Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons: The Second Age.
Which age?
The Second Age.
Okay.
Good stuff. Right.
Woo!
Cav no longer talks over intro, but he does interject with stupid questions.
Shut up.
It's
I'm
somewhat of a patch.
Yeah, but otherwise... otherwise, our intros would just be you say a thing and we all just sit here in an awkward silence.
That's
and
not
then the game
true.
starts.
Oh boy.
Anyway, since last time, I have made some changes to how I do things. Things that will probably not affect this session. Some of you who are watching the VODs may notice that I'm doing things slightly differently. A lot of it, some of the things I used to track digitally, I'm going to try tracking on paper. So if you notice that I'm doing less things on the screen that I used to during combat, don't worry, I'm testing something myself. Putting that out there before we get started. This probably won't affect anybody who's actually playing the game, but it might just look weird from an observer perspective. Who can remember what we did last time?
We finally got rid of the Wraith Glass.
We didn't get rid of it. We passed it over to Zael.
And got lots of exposition. We
I
just
got
put it
shot
as a
in the leg.
reward.
Well, let's start from the beginning. What happened at the start?
Okay, we were still in the forest, and we got to... Actually, Arya fell in a trap, because
Hello.
she ignored her perception check that she actually did well.
She was reckless.
And then we went on to the Storm Siege
Yes.
forts, where
Fortress
we
of
met
Storm
this little kid who was apparently in charge. Nobody took him seriously, so
That little kid.
he gave us a letter
Yeah, that little
to
kid.
deliver in the capital. And we went on our merry way, and I don't think anything happened between that. But we got to the capital, we got to like an inn sort of thing in the night. Arya and Grim got in a huge fight
Wow.
Yeah, it happened.
because
minor
Grim wanted
thing.
to open the box and look at the rave class, and Arya was just like, "No, you stupid bitch! Why would you do that?" And then Luka rolled a one, and the box fell on the ground, and chaos happened. We went to the market district. I think we then went to the government district, and then we split up because
Oh.
the guy
Yes.
wasn't there yet. For the
That reminds me of
letter.
something. During the technical difficulties we had last session, the part where V had an experience with the tree in the center of the market district doesn't play properly on YouTube. It just ends really abruptly.
Oh no.
Oh.
So I want to go back over and basically state that when they went to the market district, V encountered the white tree with platinum leaves in the center of Argentelrand, which is in Elven mythos is Yggdrasil, which is the first tree from that was taken as a seedling from Arborea, which is the plane of the the place that the Elven gods live in the Feywild. It was planted in the material plane, and it's the only Feywild tree in the material plane that has grown, and it's in Elven mythos it's said to be the thing that assists in anchoring the realms together, and is universally considered to be a part of Gaia. And when V touched the tree, she experienced a sensation of the fundamental interconnectedness of all things, and then got told off by some guards, and that was what happened.
Yep, because I wasn't allowed to touch the tree.
Yep.
Anyway, so then we went to the government district, and we split up because the guy wasn't there to receive the letter. Kelariis and Grim did actually deliver the letter. Didn't really ask any questions. Quest dropped. Whatever.
Cries
It's fine.
a lot of tears.
Look, we have a lot of quests going on anyway.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Vondal, V, and Arya went on to the other district, the Moon District. Was it the Moon District?
The Moon
Moon
District
District,
to
yes.
find the Mage's College.
The Arcane Library,
The
yeah.
Arcane College Library.
To deliver the rave class.
Arcane
But we kind of
Academy.
got attacked on the way there.
I got shot in the chest.
Arya got shocked quite intensely.
Nearly
Uh,
died.
Nearly died.
I was on 4 hit
Yeah,
points. For a
would
while.
have died if I hadn't screwed up. But
Oops.
Well, you would have gone down if I hadn't screwed up.
Yeah, you would have been rezzed instantly because I was right next to you.
We handled it quite well, despite having only like 3 of us and one of them poisoned. But
Yeah.
we don't really know what happened to the body of the guy. We think he was alive. He may not have been alive. He had this weird, like, black vine infection on his face, which was kind of gross. He was probably gonna kill us for the Rave Shard, or get the Rave Shard in any sort of way.
Looked a little bit like the Dryads we encountered back in Silverbrook.
Yep, bad shit. And then we went on to the Arcane Library after gathering the others, I think. Yeah.
Yes. You gathered your party before venturing forth.
And we talked to a tiefling called Professor Zael, who told us a lot about the shard. And he
Who now
basically
has
said
a-
we have
a
to
character
destroy
sheet.
it. Yeah, we have to destroy it in the Shadowfell, which is great.
With a large amount of positive energy.
Yes.
Yep, like a paladin or cleric would be able to.
We
A
all
very
have
powerful
to hold hands,
Cleric.
say that we love each other, which is never gonna happen.
I don't know,
So-
Luka. I think that eventually it will happen.
We have to believe.
Trust our fate to the heart of the cards.
Oh my god.
Just the heart of the cards.
Yeah, Zael was great. He now has our shard in like I guess a sort of magical place that it can't actually hurt us. But you know, people are probably
It
still
was-
gonna come for it.
It was that moment you get in RPGs where you do a lot of mundane stuff and you hand in this item that's apparently important and then get exposition as your reward.
Which then the player usually doesn't read. But we have to read it because it's gonna kill our characters otherwise.
It's not like in a normal RPG where we'll just respawn.
You
we'll
can't
be
just
dead.
skip the quest text.
No.
'Cause it's all important.
Right. Yes. And with that, you.
It was a lengthy summary, man.
Oh,
It was a good
Mhm.
summary. It's a very good
that's,
summary.
that's the professor.
Like the City of Pillars music. I actually have separate music for the and its atmosphere. So yeah, with that, you guys basically are. You guys are in the city. And basically
I hate you guys.
the very last thing Zael says to you, he basically he keeps the shard locked away inside this case that he was testing it in, and he tells you that he's going to lock this away in the artifact vault with several other artifacts to keep it safe. Whilst you go off and do your investigations, he is going to entreat.
Not to summarize the bro moment V and Arya had.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Sorry, go
We
on.
had a bond
Yeah,
moment.
he looks away. He says, "You go do your investigations. I'm going to entreat with the Academy's council and see what I can get, see what I can dig up." And he basically says, "It's going to take me a while to get an audience with all of them. We're going to get them to meet together. It's going to take about 24 hours. So, gives you basically 24 hours to go and do your own investigations and do whatever you want. And you are now, for the moment, red glass free. You guys headed off to the market. V and Arya had a bro moment. Arya bought an upgrade for her armor.
Woo.
You sold some of your junk, that you'd been carrying around for a really long time.
For like a week.
Mm-hmm.
And as we left it, I believe some of you had things that you wanted to explore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's going to start
So-
off?
Yeah, who wants to begin to explore first? It's getting towards sort of the early afternoon, the middle of the afternoon towards the beginning of evening. So you have a small amount of time before the sun starts going down and all of the shops start closing up, etc.
I did say I got I did say I got the letter delivered, didn't I?
Yes, you
Yeah.
paid for the letter to be sent.
Cool. Just there we go. Okay, if I've done that, then I don't have anything else to do. Thank you, ice cream man.
Um.
I just
Okay.
finished talking to the ice cream man.
No, we couldn't hear that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody have anything they want to do in the anything they want to shop for in the market, particularly before we move on and do story stuff?
Well, I would be very happy if I could find anything that would let me do something against magical beings that can't.
I can give you the beads of force. If you want them.
I guess.
And I,
No,
can
I
cast
was more
spell
thinking along the lines because I know you can use magical or silver weapons, I believe, or something like that.
You can get silvered weapons that help against ghosts and other things. Yes.
Because then I would feel less useless against all incorporeal beings.
The question is, do you want to get your weapons silvered, which is expensive but permanent, or do you want to try and get your hands on quicksilver, which is temporary but less expensive?
I think I would go with Quicksilver since. Yeah, I'll go with a little bit of Quicksilver.
Let me get the DM.
Or do you want to just try and hope that someone somewhere over the rainbow has a magical morning star for you?
No, that's why I'm going with Quicksilver, because I'm like, eventually, I'm hoping to find something better than this Morning Star at some point, and perhaps I can do something with my. I don't know how the Quicksilver works.
Quicksilver is basically just it's like a poison that you use.
Ah, okay. Oh, then I can also apply it to darts and stuff. So that's going to be great.
Yeah, could you imagine having to silver every single one of your darts?
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Look, I've already lost 6 of them, so
Yeah, that'd be so expensive.
yeah.
Whilst I work on this, does anybody have anything else?
Not shopping wise.
Nope.
I don't know. I guess we could like look for like I don't know herbalist or flower shop.
Classic V, looking at flowers.
Look, man.
Yeah,
You go buy a bouquet.
You can certainly do that.
Look, man. There's like herbs out there with very interesting properties that maybe I would be interested in, or just pretty flowers.
Did you what?
Buy
What?
a nice bouquet.
Are you okay, Luka?
I don't know. What herbs?
I don't know, man. Look, there's magical flowers.
Maybe
Yeah,
V
it
has
sounded-
plans. I reckon, right, V has plans to open up a restaurant. So she needs 11 secret herbs and spices to flavor some
Oh
chicken.
my god.
Well, that's one option. Wow.
Okay, right. So, are you looking? If you're going looking for flowers and herbs and things, are you looking for things specifically to craft something?
I don't know, maybe, but like not. I get like if I find something, that would be nice, but
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
mostly I'm just
Um,
looking around.
That just means I need to roll dice rather than seeing what you specifically get. Cool. Yeah. As for searching for Quicksilver, you can basically buy a dose of Quicksilver for it's basically like 25 gold, or you can get your weapon permanently silvered for like basically 100 gold plus your weapon's cost.
Shit,
Ah.
dude. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
There is no downside to silvering your weapon, however.
Yes. Well, except for the fact that if you switch weapon, that you lose it, and the Quicksilver remains. I think I'll just buy 2 doses of Quicksilver.
Cool. Yeah, and basically what a dose of Quicksilver does is it allows you to basically silver your weapon for 1 hour, or to silver 10 ammunition for 1 hour.
Okay. Oh, if we ever need it.
That's 50 gold you just spent, though. Holy shit.
Yep.
I don't even have 50 gold.
Oh, I have plenty left.
He did sell a lot of junk.
No, I didn't
mean-
sell anything. This is still my starting goal.
Arya has all the gold.
I do have all the gold.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you gave me the gold that you got from whatever
Yeah,
you
I
sold.
sold the lantern bottles, and I was just like, you take it, hon.
See, Grim, when I get more second level spell slots, then you can definitely just stick near Vondal, and I'll just cast magic weapon on your weapon all the time.
Yeah,
What if
well,
you're unconscious?
no,
Or not
now we
there?
have a temporary.
Yeah.
I mean, I've also.
I mean,
done that.
yeah, that's a problem, but it's the only solution we've got.
Is magic weapon a touch spell, or?
Yeah.
Ah,
So I
that's
could
kind of
go
an
up
issue.
to him, touch his weapon. Let's go.
Yeah,
You
but
keep
if
your
I'm gonna
hands to
use
yourself.
darts-
Nobody touches anyone's weapon.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Wow.
Wow.
unless Grim goes to those fucking prostitutes.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Jeez.
Like I haven't even looked at them, and already it's like
You just assume.
I
Damn.
can't believe it.
Hey, you were the one who were making passing references about it, mate.
Was he?
Was I?
Pretty sure you did.
No, I'm pretty sure he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Anyway.
Better safe than sorry.
V, you do come across some people who are sort of basically there are flower sellers and things that sell various non-magical plants. They tend to be more on the decorative side rather than the functional side. But there is also a stall that is selling basically herbalist herbs and ingredients.
Woohoo!
But yeah, there is. I need to roll slightly more dice than I thought I did. Cool. Okay, they are of the ingredients that they are selling. Make me a nature check.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Right. You basically.
I know my plants.
Amongst the things you recognize chamomile. You recognize chamomile, knapweed, and healwell. Basically, which are 3 ingredients that chamomile you can use to make a concoction that will help people against saving throws against being charmed. Charmed or feared. With knapweed, you can basically make something that will either resist poison or cure certain poison effects. Although, depending on the intensity of poison, it may just lessen the effects rather than curing it outright. And then there is Healwell, which basically you can use the ingredient either as it is to aid in healing, or you can use it to make healing potion. Although that takes time.
Dude. How much do each of these cost? Because
Chamomile is fairly common, and basically you can get it for basically like 5 silver. Knapweed is a little bit more expensive, and it basically goes at like 2 gold, and Heal Well is basically like 5 gold.
I can always spot you some gold, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have enough. Like, I guess I'll take like a little bit of Knapweed and a little bit of Heal Well.
Cool.
So like maybe like 2 bunches of Knapweed and 3 of Heal Well, and would be like 19 gold.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yes, that is correct.
Woohoo!
So, to be a little bit more specific, basically you can, if you have, basically, basically if you have 15 days to basically do it, you can make an appropriate level of healing potion, or potion of healing, with it, or you can use it basically during a short or you can use it during a short rest to basically add a healing check to the person's hit dice that they restore.
Okay.
And similar with the Knapweed, you can basically you can, with a significant amount of time, make a antitoxin, or you can aid somebody's saving throw against poison. So yeah, basically they have a distilled use, which is usually more effective than their actual application use. But your application use basically allows you to roll dice and help them improve their saving throw or healing.
Okay.
Cool.
Actually, one more thing. Can I just get like some, I guess back to maybe like the more decorative flowers. Can I just get some seeds of whatever the hell?
Sure.
Doesn't really matter what.
Whatever the hell.
Yeah, you basically like the seeds are being retailed for like a couple of copper. So
Woohoo!
yeah.
How do I deduct that from my?
I believe there is. I believe it's denominations of 10, if I'm correct.
So 10 silver is a gold.
Yes.
10 silver is a gold and 10 copper is a silver.
So 4,
And 10 gold is a
9.
plat.
How much copper was it? For the seeds?
You can get like a small pack of seeds for like 2 copper, basically.
Great. So I have 8 copper, 9 silver, and 24 gold.
Cool. Right. Well, with that, I guess you conclude your business in the market, unless anyone has anything else they want to buy.
Nope.
Cool. Then your business in the market is concluded. And we will move on to what other people want to do.
Well, I mean, me and V should probably tell the others what we discussed last time.
Sure. As you guys finish up your purchasing, you sort of all gather together to sort of decide your next move.
Do you want to take the lead on this, V? Considering
Do I?
I mean, it's kind of your, like, MO, so...
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, just be like, Arya agrees with me. I'm not gonna say no.
Okay. Well, me and Arya were talking earlier, and considering that we thought that maybe the multiple sort of blights in the land have been caused by more rave shards, I probably need to go home soon to figure out if that's going on in our grove.
And I
How
think
how far away is your grove?
There's how far away is my grove.
You would basically have to go
All the way back.
all the way back to Silverbrook, and then a couple of days' journey to the east of Silverbrook, basically. No, sorry, to the west.
That is quite far
You
away.
came southeast to Hatch's Cross.
Yeah.
After a moment of kind of like clearly thinking to himself, Vondal's going to speak up and say, well, let's think about it here. Really, we have two options with regards to how we choose to deal with this. We can take this particular piece of Wraith Glass to the Shadowfell as soon as possible, destroy it, and try and find the next one. Or we could try and get multiple pieces of Wraith Glass together at once, take them all into the Shadowfell, and try and destroy them all in one go.
I mean, I think that's the most sensible way to do it, because fuck knows, I mean, it's not just like a Sunday trip to the Shadowfell. Like, this is gonna be a big deal.
There's
Wouldn't it be
one
dangerous to
problem,
carry
though.
multiple shards, though?
This is what I'm thinking.
Yes,
If whoever is looking for them knows that we have lots of them together, he's going to come after us even harder.
well, and then there's the fact that someone is linked to these shards. So if we get rid of the person that is linked to the shards, shouldn't they like lose some of their power? Or at least we could more safely deal with the shards.
While
See
I
if
agree, we have no leads on that at all.
Well, we have in a one. I've seen a guy.
What do you mean you've seen a guy?
Loving this
Remember?
background music.
Don't you remember the guy I told you about? Through the shard.
Oh yes, that guy.
Ooh,
Who?
that guy.
That guy.
I mean,
Through the shard.
interjecting as GM because Vondal had an idea on this last session that I don't know if he remembers.
Oh no, I remember.
Don't know what I'm going to say yet.
Wow.
I mean, I remember mentioning to you a thing, so I'm.
There, you do have one potentially quite strong link to whoever is behind all of this.
The
You
dead
just need
guy.
to go and find his body.
Oh yeah, that's
Assuming he's dead.
Yeah, assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
assuming he's not gone now.
I mean, V is like... She wants to go home as soon as possible, but, like, she wouldn't mind sort of finishing business up here. I say that in character,
Okay.
by the way.
Well, I guess why don't we go try to find that guy and question him?
That might be the
That's-
best course of action.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
Also, it's not like everyone has to follow me home.
V, I have made a promise to help you with your problem. I'm coming with you if you go.
Yeah, I mean, we had this conversation last time.
Right. Well,
Quick thing, didn't like Kelariis also want to check out the information about temples?
Kelariis did. That's
Okay.
what I'm about to ask.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if
Library
that was
still
gonna take
open?
After this.
Do you
It's
want to
midday.
go? Do you want to go today, which you could do, and leave your companions to do the investigating, or do you want to help them with this and then go tomorrow in the time that you have between waking up and your meeting?
I'm fine with doing it tomorrow. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then you will be part of this next. So, Where do you find a dead body in a city?
Probably with the city watch? Question mark.
Or
Yeah, I'm sure we
frozen,
find like the
frozen.
quote-unquote police.
Well, the thing is, according to Vondal, it was still alive.
The guards didn't know that.
The guards would still be the last person to see him, though.
Surely, if they would have brought, like, how long? Let's see, how long is it now since you've been attacked? Couple hours.
This
Couple of
morning?
hours. Couple of hours.
So you would think that somebody would have noticed the fact that he's alive by now. Or we could just ask one of the guards.
I'd ask one of the guards first.
That'd probably be the best place to start.
Maybe ask where they would have buried him. If they've buried him.
I don't think they would have buried him yet. I mean, I assume there's some sort of medical examination that happens when someone tries to kill someone in the city, even if that other person is dead.
You would
Well,
think almost certainly under the circumstance.
Yeah. Well, since Vondal said he was alive, they're probably gonna double check. But yeah. Well, let's ask a guard.
He's gonna color a random guard.
Why don't we
Well, seeing
ask
that the
a
best
guard where their like headquarters is, and go there?
Alright.
Yeah.
That's probably also a good idea.
Yeah, you can do that. You color a random guard and say, "Where's your office?" He points you off in the direction of basically a building off to the basically the southern side of the Moon District, which is this side here. So yeah, he points you off to a building on the southern side of the Moon District, and you guys go. And it's not difficult to find. It's basically sort of like got a banner outside with the two crossed spears, and there's guards coming and going from it. And basically, the moment you step through the door, you're basically surrounded by both guards, bureaucrats, and angry civilians.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and basically, as you step inside, there seems to be somewhat of a ruckus going on. Those of you who speak Elvish will understand this. I won't bother typing it out. But basically, there seems to be an argument going on about some sort of vandalism. And basically, the guards seem to be separating two groups of elves, who seem to be basically accusing each other of vandalism. And there's basically a separation, and like the guards are sort of trying to take statements, but like every so often a scuffle sort of breaks out, and it's kind of a massive disaster, and everybody you look at seems to be busy doing something.
Good.
What do you do?
Is there anyone in the room that looks like they're like someone in charge?
Roll me perception checks. Anybody else looking, or just I?
Oh, okay.
It's
Just
just
I-
me.
Might as well look.
Yeah, I'll look as well.
Helena, please.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Who's Helena?
I don't know.
man.
Who's Helena? What have they done with V?
Ah!
Some weird elf in the corner.
No, Helena is no V is her last name. That's the V.
Oh, I see.
Oh
All
my God.
along we've been duped.
Helena V.
Okay, so as all of you walk in, you're sort of swamped by this hustle and bustle. Arya, you notice with your
Elf eyes.
elf eyes, so trying to avoid the cliche. Basically, you wouldn't notice apart from the fact that she's the tallest person in this room. You recognize the blonde elven woman who came to talk to you previously is basically off in the back of the room in an office, and basically like, there's a glass window between her and the rest of the room, and she seems to sort of be pacing and talking to somebody who's sitting at a desk sort of with his head in his hands.
Well, she looks like she knows what's up, possibly.
Yeah, you recognised her before when she was wearing her uniform. She had a sash that depicted her as some sort of ranking official.
Okay.
You would
Oh my
expect
God.
some sort of guard captain. Somebody is kicking.
I know.
Yeah, Jayla.
Oh, sorry, no, I was trying to...
Anyway.
I didn't realize I was picking up.
Anywho, let's go talk to that lady.
Cool. Yeah, you sort of walk over, and as you do so, a bureaucrat basically stands up and says, "Oh, you can't go in there."
Bitch, please. We have to speak with her. I guess you're to her because I don't know her name. About an urgent matter concerning the safety of the city.
Roll me persuasion.
This is gonna end so bad.
Right. I'm afraid she's busy. Can I log that for you?
I'm afraid the matter is pretty urgent. I don't know if you're aware of the situation that happened in the Moon District earlier today, but I was shot by an assassin, so I feel like this is pretty urgent.
Okay. As you say that, I'm assuming you're talking like a decent sort of volume.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
expecting him to just be like, "You look pretty alive to me."
People like you're saying I was shot by an assassin in the Moon District turns a lot of heads. And he sort of goes, "You can't go around saying that."
Well, it's true, isn't it? That's why I need to talk to her.
Okay, I'll go and make time. And he walks up to the office and sort of knocks on the door. The woman turns around and has a face that can basically be described as a storm cloud. And he seems to say something to her incredibly apologetically, like he's sort of like crouching, like, "Please don't kill me." She seems to bark something at him, look out of the window, see you guys, and sort of beckon for you to come in.
Why are we letting two angry elves try and talk to each other?
Was this conversation in Elvish, by the way, or?
It was too far away for you to hear.
Oh. Okay.
It was basically behind a door.
No, I mean,
Oh!
I mean between Arya and the guard.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Let's ask Arya that one.
Well, I don't know either. So.
V, you actually have a talent here that you could use.
What?
What does your advanced perception do that you've never had a chance to use?
I don't know. Shit.
You can read lips.
I can't hear what you're saying.
You
though.
can lip
You
read.
can read lips, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
But I don't know. Is it in Elvish?
The conversation is in Elvish.
Fuck.
Roll me an intelligence check.
It's pretty close to Sylvan. I can try.
I believe!
Let's hope all the words they use are so.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Sad face.
You recognize the first sentence that the elven woman says when she turns around. You've heard Arya say it a couple of times to you, and it basically translates to, "What do you want?"
I like how
That
that's
is
the one.
so Arya.
Arya just turns around in Elvish, because you don't speak Elvish, she just goes, "What do you want?"
Alright, well, cool. I'm glad.
Yeah. That's unfortunately all that you get.
Well, it was a nice try.
But yeah, she beckons to you to come in.
Let's go.
Cool. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll go.
You go inside. She basically just as you all to come in and says, "I hope, unlike other people in this room, you have some good news for me."
Oh,
The fuck?
I wouldn't exactly say good news. We're mostly here to see if we can try to talk to the assassin from earlier today.
She looks at you confused and says, "Well, I'm sure Mathis here could help you out. Mathis, would you like to explain to this lovely young woman what you just explained to me?" The poor man at the desk has basically got his head in his hands. And he looks up at you.
They've lost a fucking body, haven't they?
Oh my god, I'm gonna punch a dick.
That's what happens when the guards think he's dead.
And he says,
He just wakes up.
"We
and runs
may
off.
have misplaced the body."
Can Arya swear quite loudly in Elvish?
Sure.
And then grab this guy by his collar and be like, "What do you mean you lost the body?"
Okay, as you do that, the guard captain sort of intercedes and says, "As much as I appreciate the frustration, please unhand my colleague."
I let him go, but I'm like super pissed.
That's all you've been all day.
She gives you a look that's.
Chest.
She gives you a look that says, "Me too, babe."
I shift it.
Wow, that was a fast one.
And she basically between the two of them, they explain that they took the body to the morgue, and they were preparing to examine for cause of death and determine who he was, what he'd done. When they went to check the mortuary, there was no body.
So I'm assuming this means you didn't heed my friend's warning that he was still alive.
He seemed pretty dead when he came in.
I mean, he was breathing.
We didn't check.
Oh my god! These people!
Look, when people bring a body to a mortuary, we usually expect it to be dead.
Yeah, but that's what... fuck
Isn't
me.
it part
Fuck
of
me!
procedure to
I can't
check
deal with
that?
this. Oh my
He looks incredibly sheepish.
god.
Well, I guess. Did you guys have any idea where it could have gone?
That's still under investigation, the guard captain sort of says. We've got a team down there. We're not entirely sure where the body went, because, well, let's just say there's at least 3 layers of guards it would have had to have gone past, and that somebody didn't exactly walk him out of there.
Are you... Like, you guys do understand, he probably got up and got out himself.
He
was
still
alive!
he would have had to have walked past 3 sets of guards, and none of them saw him.
Is there only one way in and out of the building?
Yes.
Not
It's
even windows.
basically in a sub-basement.
Oh, right. I guess that makes sense.
Coldest place in the city.
Mm.
Well, can we go down there and take a look around?
Roll me persuasion check.
Oh, for fuck's sake, again. Oh, look, it's the exact same. fucking 6.
I'm not sure you're exactly qualified.
Bitch, I'll show you qualified.
Luka, do not!
Fuck's sake.
Ugh. Well, even though we may not seem very qualified, we have experience in such matters. And a
Vondal is a fucking member of the Golden Lion.
yes, I was about to point that out. Like, well, no.
Okay. Cav?
Fine. Alright, here we go.
I mean, all you have to do is show them your badge, and it
Yeah.
kind of reinforces what Grim
You
says.
know what? Yeah, I'm just, yeah. Hold that up.
Grim, make me a persuasion check with bonus.
There's a bonus. Well, that's still pretty bad. Should have deceived them. Oh no, that's fine.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Cool. She looks at the sigil, sort of looks at you and says, well, I suppose you can't do any more of a hack-handed job than the rest of these goons have.
Oh.
True dat.
I think
She says, I will arrange to have an escort take you there.
Very well.
just our character. I think Arya needs 8 hours of meditation after this.
She really does. She's had a rough couple
I think
of
she just
days.
needs a stiff drink.
Or that.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah. Still
Why not
drink all
both?
like long nap.
We're gonna have a night out, and you're gonna have 8 hours meditation. There we go.
Cool. Right.
Arya's had a rough day. She got like shot in the chest, almost died. It's been.
You haven't slept well in a couple of days either.
Yeah.
I mean, the guard captain looks almost as stressed as you do.
God, only almost.
Only almost.
Only
They're still very stressed, but
I mean, she didn't die. Almost die today, so
Yeah,
I feel like that-
she hasn't been shot in comparison.
that elevates me a little bit more.
Oh,
shot by
I
a
can't
creepy
believe
assassin
you're
who's
competing as fast
escaped.
as-
Yeah.
Anyway, let us continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
already nearing evening, so.
It takes a few moments, but basically, an escort is gathered together, and sort of you are led to a building just between, basically on the border between the Moon District and the Market District. Which basically, as far as you can tell, appears to be an apothecary's. But basically, underneath it, there is a sub-basement sign that says mortuary. And you guys are basically led inside. And much as was described, you go down maybe 2 or 3 flights of stairs. You go past a guard at the door. You go past a guard at the bottom of the flight of stairs, where he basically makes you sign in. And then you go through another door to basically where the slabs are, and there's another guard on that door. And you basically you enter the mortuary chamber, and basically there's a whole bunch of stone slabs in there, and it's cold as balls. Like, if you've ever been in a mortuary, it's bloody cold. Yeah, and basically there's a significant number of empty slabs, as well as basically a wood elf who it seems to be sort of poking around underneath one of the slabs.
Hello there.
Okay, you introduce yourself. As you do so, the wood elf stands up and basically bangs his head on the slab, curses in
Aw.
Elvish,
That hurts.
and then stands up straight and says, "Who the hell are you?"
We are here to well, start our own investigation into the disappearance of the assassin's body.
He puts his hands very firmly on his hips, looks at you, and says, "Anana sent you, didn't she?"
Yes.
Well, actually, we came here on our own initiative. However, we did have her permission.
He sighs and says, "Look, I don't need help. I can
Good,
do
'cause
this
we're
on
not-
my own."
We don't necessarily need help. We just need to figure it out for ourselves as well.
Can I already start looking around? I'm just gonna ignore this conversation.
Sure.
Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? The process involved again in the ritual casting of spells, and could I do it right now?
Yeah, you
You basically prance around and draw some symbols and shit as you go for 10 minutes, and then the spell goes off.
Yeah, you don't need to prep
Beautiful.
it.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is why I might try doing that.
Just
because it means I can cast a spell that I don't have prep.
light some incense and shit. Yeah,
Go for
sure.
it.
Cool. I would like to ritual cast a detect magic
Cool.
because I have a sneaking suspicion.
The wood elf detective sort of stares at you, Grim, and says, "Fine, but don't get in my way."
Okay. And I just turn around and focus on the rest of our group.
So
He basically disappears back under the desk, and for those of you who understand Elvish, he mutters something along the lines of "bloody foreigners."
Oh shit!
Wow.
Look, Arya's gonna.
Wow!
Arya
Way to
will
get
fight
on
this
his elven
bitch.
high horse. Way to get on his elven high horse. What a prick.
Well, I was thinking, since what is it, Vondal mentioned like the whole purple branches and or almost in the veins, basically.
The blighted face.
Yeah, the blighted face. Would
Mhm.
perhaps just gonna have a look around, see if we can find any tracks anywhere, any plants, anything,
Sure.
any ash.
Those of you who are looking around without magic, give me investigation.
Alrighty then.
Assuming you're looking around. And tell me what you're looking at.
Wow. Well, it doesn't fucking matter what I'm looking at.
What's
just-
it called? I'll be.
V's gonna sort of look at the door that he would have logically gone out of, I guess. Ah, never mind.
I'm
I
gonna-
slam my face into the door.
Oh no!
I'm gonna examine where the body was supposed to be laying.
Probably look around to see if there's anything that might have been left behind or that looks weirdly out of place, I guess.
Yeah, same. Not that I'm gonna fucking see anything anyway, so it doesn't really goddamn matter.
Look, Luka played. You didn't roll a natural one.
Can't slam your face.
I
into
did
it.
actually roll a natural one. It's there.
Yeah, but not in your. I don't know.
Yeah,
So-
you don't have disadvantage though.
Grim, you go over to where you're sort of investigating where the body should have been, which you presume is the mortuary slab where the elf is crouching underneath. Unfortunately for you, the mortuary slab is a little bit above head height.
Oh no!
Rip.
I guess I get a better view from the bottom.
Yeah, you're basically looking at the elf who is bent down under the desk, and you're sort of like he's on his hands and knees, and you're sort of like eye level with him, and you just sort of like, give him a wave, and he just sort of rolls his eyes at you. Yeah, you're sort of like trying to use your tracking abilities to look around and see if you can find like sort of any evidence of how he might have got out of the room. But your tracking senses kind of fail you because it's sort of like it's a stone room, and any of the signs that you would usually recognize aren't really there. V, you just sort of like you decide to take a look at the doorway. At which point you are promptly just completely distracted by something shiny nearby. You magpie off out of the room and just
Oh my god!
contribute
Hi,
nothing.
kids!
Kelariis, as you sort of take a look around the room, and you notice that basically by the side of each of these sort of slabs, there's a tray with medical instruments laid out sort of like in them. You have no idea what these medical instruments are for, but you notice that there's one by every bed. Except for the one in the corner, which is there, but there's no medical instruments in it. However, as you're sort of looking around, you notice a glint from basically underneath another one of the slabs. And there are a series of identical medical instruments lying under a completely different slab. Almost as if they've been almost knocked over and swept aside.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. Can I point that out to the others? I mean, I guess except for V, because she's apparently
Yeah, I'm
not
up
off.
the room.
Yeah, V's just gone. V's gone.
V's gone.
Please don't let me get attacked. I will be very sad.
Oh god. Can I have a look at what Kelariis has pointed out?
Yep, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of you are sort of alerted to this, and you sort of say, look over here, there's things on the floor. And yeah, to all of you, it looks almost like these shouldn't be on the floor. They're supposed to be like sterile medical instruments. How,
Do I
like,
know that-
other than it being knocked over, like, you wouldn't really know how they get there. But the tray that they're stood in is stood completely, like, upright.
Can I see if there's any magic in the air or anything?
I mean, that's basically what Vondal is
Yeah,
doing.
that's what Vondal is doing with his ritual, but you can
Yeah,
Arcana check.
So in 10 minutes, I will know if magic is.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Look at this shitty roll.
We're all rolling badly, Luka. It's fine.
Apart from Grim, who rolled a really good persuasion.
There's like some faint traces of magic in the air, but you can't really tell because Vondal is sort of in the middle of a ritual. You can't tell whether it's Vondal doing the magic or whether there was something already there.
Patience is a virtue, Arya. Takes
You
me
know
10
what?
minutes
It's
to
a
do
virtue.
this.
You can't
My
talk,
soul-
you're chanting.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, you're probably praying and like lighting incense, and the elf at the end of the room is just sort of like looking at you, just like, what are you doing?
This elf needs to get the fuck out. Because I am just not in the mood.
Yeah, so I don't know who's more annoyed in this situation. Like, every single elf we've apparently talked to, or you.
It's me.
The instruments that are on the ground, they don't look dirty or like they've been used, do they?
Other than being on the floor dirty, no.
Well, yeah, okay.
I was thinking, since they didn't see anything go past guards, perhaps you still have to keep the option open that he's still in the room somehow, just hiding. As unlikely as it may seem, because that doesn't one. I felt like don't you, Kelariis or Arya, have like one of those detect people or magic spells? Like good, I can't remember.
No.
I can sense celestials, fiends, and undead. So if he's considered undead, I guess.
Well, I guess that's worth a shot.
I don't know because I didn't see him the first time, so I wouldn't have any idea of. Do I sense undead, Ferrous?
You activate, like, you challenge your paladin senses with something you haven't done actually, like, for a long time since you started adventuring. You don't sense any undead. You do. There is a strange, almost like tickly sensation that there is something nearby. but it's not in this room.
How long am I distracted, by the way? Can I start doing stuff? Am I still just bounding around?
I'll say it's basically been like 5 minutes, and you're just becoming undistracted now.
You're bored of the shiny thing you saw.
How far away is the tickly sense? Like nearby, like
How
I can
far
walk
away?
to it, or just, you know?
It's difficult to tell, but it's basically like in the room behind you.
Can I get into the room behind me?
Yeah, it's the door you came in through.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll
You look
walk
around. The only
forward.
people in there are V and the guard.
Where's the? Can I think it allows me to pinpoint where it's coming from. Well, maybe not, but can I pinpoint where it's coming from now that I'm in the same room?
What is the radius on it?
It is 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
It's not strong enough for your sense to detect, but it's just something doesn't feel right.
Something doesn't feel right.
Well, it's not out of the ordinary. It's just the first time you focused your paladin senses, there just seems to be something more about them.
Perhaps we should look at this from another perspective.
I-
We should perhaps figure out where the first guard station is that he would have had to pass, and then see what.
That's literally
area...
right outside the door.
Oh, it is literally right outside.
Yeah, there's
the door.
literally a guard standing in front of the door.
Just a single guard.
Yes.
I guess a single guard could be distracted and snuck past.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm gonna have a look at how well guarded the second post is.
You basically go out into there's like almost like an open office space where there's somebody basically who seems to be just doing paperwork at a desk, and then there's the guard who was sat behind a little bench where he made you sign in, and basically you can't go across this room without walking across the entire room. The 2 or 3 people in the room seeing you and the guard at the desk seeing you leave.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll use this as the border then, and see what areas are available from between here and the morgue.
Sorry, you're looking for what?
As in, see where you could possibly go from the morgue and past the possible first checkpoint, and see where you would be able to go.
In terms of rooms, there's a one door off to the side, and that's basically it.
Okay. I guess I'll knock on the door and open it, or does it say anything?
You knock on the door. There's sort of no response. The guy who's doing the paperwork looks up and says, "It's a filing cupboard."
Ah. Okay. Wait, was that visible from? I'm talking back towards the other guy, towards the first guard post.
Well, basically, you come out of the first guard post, and you're immediately in the room with the desks, and the door is off to the left.
Ah, okay. Well, I ask, do you mind if I open it?
Be my guest.
Okay, well, I look in it.
It's basically a couple of feet in length and width. It's filled with shelves and paperwork. Other than that, there's nothing in there.
Well, I guess he didn't make it, or didn't go in here. Well, and I close the door and say thank you, and then walk back to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Can I
Rob?
distract myself? Oh, sorry.
Can I-
Yeah,
Go on, Arya.
you're undistracted.
Woohoo! Can I look around for I don't know, I guess footsteps or I don't know, traces of I don't know. Actually, people walk here anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
Can I quickly ask a clarification on the whole paladin sense thingy?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that the first time I did this, I didn't feel this tingly thing from the person, correct?
I don't think you've ever used it around that person before.
I think I did way back. Like when we first started.
If you did feel it, it wasn't nearly as strong, and you dismissed it.
Okay. And then second question is it a bad feeling or just an unusual feeling? I'm sorry, that's like a really weird way to...
Like basically, your paladin sense allows you to detect otherworldly power, and it's a detection of otherworldly power, but you don't feel an alignment or an intent behind it. It's just there, and it's nowhere near enough to be specific for you to tell what it is.
Okay.
Fuck.
I feel like I know exactly what this is, but whatever.
I have no idea.
I mean, I as Jayla have a theory, but
Yeah.
Kelariis would have no fucking clue. But she would be concerned about it, so she's gonna walk up to B. It's a V, and B, like, V, are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. I knew 100% that you were talking about me.
I mean, to be fair, there were two options in the room, and it was kind of like a...
Yeah, you've never used it around that person before. Anyway.
Don't worry about it. Are you sure nothing, strange or... I wouldn't... I don't know how I would just nothing strange.
No?
Okay. Kelariis is really confused. But she'll trust V's own assessment of herself and just kind of says, okay. And kind of goes back off to look at other stuff.
I imagine Kelariis just like slowly backs away and just like squints her eyes.
Yeah.
Rob, can Lyra sense anything out of the ordinary? Smell anything?
Perception check. I need to check what your ranger sense.
Oh, Lyra, I love you.
Oh, snap, son.
I love Lyra's perception so.
Has Lyra soldiered on through her fear of dark underground places?
Well, this isn't dark, and it's not like enclosed. It's not a cave. It's not a dungeon. It's like you're literally
In a big room.
just you're in a room underground. She's not that bothered. Like, she's not exactly comfortable. She's just sort of like doing that thing that dogs do when it's just like the humans are doing things, but I'm gonna wait until they're finished.
Did you sense anything, girl?
What is your primeval awareness like? Communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action and read its basic mood and intent. You learn its emotional state, whether it's affected by magic, short-term needs and action, and you can take it. Next, you can take persuade. Okay, cool. There are sort of sniffs around. She sniffs around specifically the bench that the elf is still sort of like kind of having a look around under, and he seems to sort of like be he like waves his hand at Lyra and just sort of goes, "Get out of the way," and Lyra just sort of looks at him and it just carries on.
Don't tell my wolf what to do, you bitch. God.
She smells the bench and she's sort of like, she comes back to you and it's sort of like, I don't like the way the bench smells. Also, I have to pee.
Oh no.
Like,
Not in here, please, Sarah.
very informative.
This is good. Can I take a look at the bench then, specifically?
Yeah.
I have to pee. No, Lyra.
Also, I have to pick.
Not the
go
time.
outside. Not now.
mean- She's intelligent, more intelligent than most animals. You could just tell her to go outside and she'll go outside.
Yeah. I suppose I'll do that. Potty break.
Okay, yeah, roll me an investigation to see what you discover about this thing.
Probably nothing with the way my rolls have been going. That's not as bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. This was clearly the bench that was used to, like, examine this guy. Like, it's quite the slab is sort of, it's laid with a cloth over it, and obviously, like, this cloth was at some point folded up over the body. Because you don't just carry a body through the streets, you cover it up in a cloth first. But the sheet is sort of like laying there. It's not folded, it's just sort of like laid out on the bench. So this is obviously the bench. The one thing you do connect is a sort of like... The thing that you expect was knocked over was basically on the other side of the room from where this bench is.
What was that noise?
On the other side of the room, there is a beeping noise, apparently.
Honk.
Well,
As someone
somebody
is,
honking.
as a clown is very disappointed that he is now stuck in traffic.
Okay.
No.
That's what it sounded like.
Um. Well, this is going nowhere fast.
You all sort of stand around and scratch your heads, and as you do so, Vondal, I need you to roll me exactly what Detect Magic does.
Okay. Big bada boom, son.
Boom. Okay. It doesn't say anything about magic that was cast pre. So, roll me an Arcana check. Okay. I need to check something. Within, you get the feeling that you finish your spell and there's no source of magic in the room, but from your detect magic, you get the feeling that magic was cast here at some point, and from the deduction of your spell and your Arcana check, you know that it was from the Conjuration School of Magic.
Hmm. If I've cast it as a ritual, does it still last for 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
You may want to relay this to the
Yeah,
members of your party who know a little bit more about spells.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Also, can I ask the very annoyed gentleman under the bench? Oh, hang on. Do they? I'm trying to think how to ask this.
Well, if you're gonna ask if they used magic, you can check if they bear magic. Part of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
I guess can I just ask him if they used magic at any point?
You're asking the elf specifically if he used magic at any point.
Yeah.
He looks up at you and says, "No. Why?"
Because magic was used here.
He looks at you a little perplexed and says, "You're sure?"
Positive.
He stands up and sort of looks around and says, "But nobody else has been in here."
Wow, I wonder what that could fucking mean then.
Was there ever a time where you weren't in this room, or there was nobody else in the room besides the body or bodies? I don't know if there's more than one body.
Well,
in here, sorry.
I'm just a detective, love.
Love.
They tell me I'm a They tell me there's a problem. I come down and find out.
Oh, I guess we'd better ask the people at the desk upstairs. Stairs in the next room. Sorry.
Yeah, they you go into the office and say there's a body left, and they say, well, yeah, it was a body. We just kind of left it there. weren't expecting it to sort of like up and disappear.
I mean, fair enough.
Wait, what kind of spells are in the School
That's
of
what I'm looking
Conjuration?
at, like, right now.
Yeah.
You might want to ask somebody who actually knows about spells, because even if you find out as players, you won't know as
That's
characters.
true.
Cough, cough, V, cough, cough.
Hi.
Help! Help!
I was actually
honest,
going
it
to
wasn't the
ask
result
that
I
in
was
character, but since Vondal knew it was conjuration, just
Yeah,
didn't
that
know.
wasn't the result I was expecting, let's say that much.
Alright. Well, can we ask V if she knows of any
Yeah.
particularly useful spells that might be occurring in this room?
Well, if it's conjuration, it would be normal that the guards didn't see anyone leaving because it's more sort of teleporty stuff and moving stuff.
Aha!
Hmm.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oops. Hold on. Aha.
Yep, you know that the Conjuration School is entirely about creating things. Spells like Guardian of Faith, Find Familiar, Entangle, Misty Step, things like that. It's the manipulation and moving and creation of matter.
So he could have just up and just teleported out.
Yes, spells like Teleport, Dimension Door, Misty Step.
Hmm.
It's entirely possible he teleported or was teleported.
Hmm.
Well, doesn't really help us.
It
Well,
means
you
we
know-
where he's gone. He's probably just been teleported or teleported out.
Yeah.
So that's why the guards didn't see him, because he just teleported.
V, another thing you know about teleportation spells, many of them require things like the knowledge of the location or line of sight or experience in that location in particular.
There's a mole. Ah!
Well, and wouldn't we also know that it's fairly high level? Since we have the scroll and V isn't able to safely use it
You
yet?
don't know what kind of teleportation spell was used. There's all sorts of varying levels of teleportation.
Basically, we're assuming
Okay.
it's a teleportation spell because no one saw him leave, and we know it's conjuration. That does, I mean, it's narrowed it down considerably given how many spells there are in the world, but it's still not exactly a narrow possibility of options.
Level isn't necessarily a limitation as well, because Arya can teleport
If
innately.
someone else did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I can use Misty Step, so.
I mean, same.
that's true.
For Misty Step, you need to see where you're going,
Yeah.
And it,
which
it's only
in a
within
basement
30
is
feet.
kind of hard if you want to get out of it.
So I guess we can
Yeah, but
rule
I'm
that
just
out.
saying.
Here's my since we're dealing with, well, I'm gonna keep this kind of like down low so that the other guy doesn't hear it. Since we're dealing with the Shadowfell, could it be him? He would have the power.
You think someone would just open a gate in here to the other plane? Wouldn't people notice?
I don't know.
I also
It's-
don't know if it's that simple to just open another
And
gate. I don't think that's
he
what
would-
happened.
He would be able to get the vision because he probably has like some kind of device or magic on his like.
Well, I don't think it's the guy pulling the strings. Either someone this assassin was working with, or the assassin himself has got him out.
Yeah.
You know, what's to say there's only this guy currently looking for us on behalf of the one pulling the strings. Someone else could have just come in, helped him teleport out.
I mean, I'm pretty for sure it's probably connected to him. Like, I think that's a safe assumption at this point.
I reckon it's probably most likely that he's just teleported himself out.
That
He'd
is
still,
an
he'd still
option.
need to know where he was going.
Yeah.
Well, look,
He would need to know a location within range of a lot of
Well,
spells.
well,
By the way,
yeah,
well-
out of game knowledge, Gate is a 9th level spell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
None
I
of you
know.
know None of you know anybody capable of casting a 9th level spell.
Like,
look, it's just grim thinking. I know it's like absolutely ridiculous using a gate spell on getting a single
Well-
guy out.
but also think
But-
about it, right?
But yeah.
Think about it. This place is near the Moon District. Where did he stalk us to?
Yeah,
Would you
So-
know the place well enough to just teleport him?
It's possible.
I mean, but the thing is he could just get out of the building and leave normally from there.
But you have to know the location really well, wouldn't he?
Also,
Well enough.
if he teleported out into street level, people would have seen him.
like he kind of stuck to roofs, I assume, since he must have found some way to stay hidden whilst moving around. So I guess
he was hardly inconspicuous.
Also, I kind of need to go for food, so.
Okay.
Might have
Yeah,
to
we
continue
can
this
take
train
a-
for later.
We can take a break there.
Also,
Okay.
he doesn't have to know the place. It just kind of helps.
For some spells, you do have to know the.
Yeah. Well, for the one that we have a scroll of doesn't. It's just kind of good to have one. At least I'm pretty sure. It
Okay.
didn't.
Cool. We'll take a short break, and we will be back.
Okay.
Alright.